Have you ever noticed that you can feel certain emotions in your body? Well, what I'm talking about is you can physically feel the emotions. Like, for instance, when you're really angry, you can feel the anger in your head and your fists. Or when you're ashamed, you can feel it in your cheeks and ears. You can feel negative emotions like depression and sadness because they dampen the feelings in your body, especially around your arms and legs. And maybe that's the reason why we don't even feel like lifting a finger and just want to crawl up into a ball under the covers when we feel those emotions. And a lot of emotions trigger different physical reactions, but there's just two that make the entire body feel warm all over. Now, can you guys guess which ones they are? Message us or tweet us in your answers while the first song goes out. This is Alex Gaudino featuring Kelly Rowland with What a Feeling. That was Alex Gaudino featuring Kelly Rowland with What a Feeling. And you guys are tuned into TBS efm 101.3, listening to What's Poppin'. And the first half of our show is brought to you by 11th Street. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how do you get in contact with us? Pretty simple. Send us a text to sharper pound 1013, but you will be charged 51. We're live in the studio today, so give us a call at 02-778-1013. Hit us up on Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'. And about this week's Open Studio, we have none, y'all. We had Open Studio last week, so this week, no Open Studio. That will be next Wednesday. And a lot of people have been calling with questions, so please, instead of calling because, some days we're not live, please send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com. If you have any questions at all, we'll get back to you guys as soon as we can. All right, now with that said, now it's time for Pop a Verse. Now y'all know by now what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a verse on y'all about my thoughts on what I gave you at the very beginning of our show. So you guys try and figure out which songs I took the verses from. So here we go. Alrighty, so earlier I asked you guys which two emotions trigger different physical reactions. Now, I'm not sure if you guys got the answers to those, but maybe some of you have this, seen the picture that's online spreading through the internet of mapping emotions on the body. Now, a team of scientists in Finland did an experiment with 700 people from different countries and ethnicities and had them look at a picture of a silhouette of a person while imagining 14 different emotions to see what they felt in their bodies. Now, even though everyone was from different backgrounds and countries and cultures and all that good stuff, when they mapped out their feelings and what they felt emotionally in their bodies, the results showed a lot of similarities. Now, danger and fear triggered strong sensations in the chest area. Anger was one of the few emotions that activated the arms. Depression dampened the feeling in the arms, legs, head. And finally, the answer to my earlier question, love and happiness were the two emotions that sparked activity throughout and across the entire body. Now, I guess that's why we feel like dancing, jumping up and down. We're really happy, when you're excited and when we're in love. We just can't contain it. At least I can't. I know you guys are probably jumping up and down right now if you're thinking about the person that you're in love with. And that's exactly how I feel every time I'm up in the studio and my voice is all cracking. Of course, I'm getting a little sick. That sound natural. Studio. The second time was fake. But anyway, when I'm doing my live show here, I'm always, excited to be here, interacting with y'all live. And it's because you've got me feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. That was Emotions by Mariah Carey. That's a throwback right there. Great song from way back when. But right now I'm going to get into Twitter comments. We have one from Brian Ju Canada. She wrote, happiness and love. You're definitely linked to those emotions for us. Tee-hee-hee. Happy Monday morning. Thank you very much. I'm glad I could be a part of your lives and bring you guys happiness and love. It means a lot to me. And I'm pretty sure you guys know by now. That's what you do for me, especially on my live days. I come in here a little tired, a little, little groggy from the weekend, but just being in the studio makes me happy. I have my daily coffee, I got my water, and I have you guys. Thank you very much. Also, I Love Brian wrote, Shinanda, Shinanda. I had to read it that way because it got the exclamation points. So, thank you very much. She's very excited to tune in today. Also, Maliana asked me a question. She wrote, are you getting a daily dose of Mariah Carey's emotions today? LOL. Oh, I am. We all are right now. It was a great song. But right now, since we're talking about songs, I remind you guys, today is Monday. We're live here in the studio, which means today we're going to be listening to what? R&B, popping grooves in the second half. So make sure you guys send in your requests, hopefully through, messaging us, Twitter, email, text, whatever it is. But of course, let me remind you, if you text us at sharp 1013, you will be charged 51. Keep that in mind. Don't be like, I'm a text, it's going to be free. It ain't free. Nothing comes from free. Anyways, we're going to give you a sample of what we're talking about today. Our R&B music, our R&B smooth soul jazzy sounds. This is Jason Castro with Let's Just Fall in Love Again. Yeah, it's that time again, y'all. It's time for Brian's tips. Tip this scale. Now, when I mean tip this scale, doesn't mean losing weight, trying to get skinny, y'all ladies out there. I'm talking about, dropping some knowledge on y'all on my ways, to better your life. So these are my tips to tip your scale towards a better life. Now, you guys know earlier we're talking about emotions, love and happiness and all that good stuff. And we found out that emotions can have an actual physical reaction in our bodies. Now, a little working out, exercising, and of course, healthy eating, proper eating will make you golden. So I'd like to introduce you guys to some foods that will help you soothe stress and prevent you guys from comfort eating, especially for those of you who don't think nutrition is important. It's one of the key factors to proper health and emotion control. All right, the first one. Dark chocolate. Now, it helps release dopamine, which is also known as the happy hormone. It's a brain chemical associated with pleasure. But remember to limit your amount to 1 ounce a day. That's a daily recommended amount. Don't overdose on that good stuff, y'all. Number 2, oatmeal. It's rich in complex carbohydrates and it releases serotonin, which plays a major role in the regulation of mood and appetite and helps keep cravings in check. That's very important so you don't overeat, y'all. Number 3, spinach. Now, spinach is rich in magnesium, which is the key in regulating and lowering blood pressure. So enjoy by throwing some in your salad. Add it to some pasta, slide a few leaves in your sandwich, or what I like to do every morning when I don't got time, I put in my protein shake. I'm not talking about cooked spinach. I talk about organic, raw spinach. Rinse it up a little bit. Put it in the blender with your protein powder, maybe some blueberries, strawberries, a scoop of peanut butter, and you're good to go for breakfast. Alrighty? Next, we got black tea. Now, it's filled with antioxidants and amino acids that has an effect in the brain where it reduces levels of the stress hormone, which makes you, crave sugary foods, fatty foods. So, to avoid all that bad sugar, please, y'all, drink a lot of black tea. It helps you out throughout the day. Pistachios. Now, this nut has the least amount of fat and calories, and it helps you, keep your mood stable and your blood sugar steady. And obviously, you won't be reaching for the comfort foods, the sugary, nasty foods. So, keep in mind all these little facts. What you could do is put pistachios in like a Ziploc bag and carry it around with you. And, maybe some tea bags as well. So in case you get really hungry and you're craving all that junk food, sip on your tea, because a lot of places, office places do have water, machines, or in Korea they call them cheongsugi's, with hot water, and then put it in a mug, drink your black tea while you're munching on some pistachios to cover those cravings. All right, guys. Hope that helped you out. If it hadn't, we're going to give you more tips in the future, but for now, we have the last song for the first half of our show. This is M2M with Everything You Do. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Of course, it's your boy B, Brian Jew. And now it's time for Poppin' Grooves, filled with smooth grooves of R&B and soulful music. I love saying it that way. Soulful music. So feel free to send us a request. You can do that by sending us a text to sharp or pound 1013, and each text will cost you 51. Keep that in mind. Also, you can hit us up on Twitter and, of course, email messages as well. And we're also live in the studio. Y'all know what that means. Give us a call at 02-778-1013. You can have a little chat with me. Give a shout out to all your friends all over the world. And, of course, most importantly, request your R&B song. But before we have a message from our sponsor, which is Hyundai Motors. All right, welcome back. We're going to get into the R&B songs right now. So, when you think of R&B, what artists come to mind? What pops up in your mind? Off the top of my head, there are a lot of great artists like, we played her earlier, Mariah Carey, Babyface, Faith Evans, etc. The list goes on and on and on. When you look back at the 90s, you see a lot of R&B groups like TLC, 112, ATL, y'all, Belle Biv DeVoe, Escape, SWV, and so much more. Now, start off our segment, Poppin' Grooves. We've got an R&B track by one of those groups, from back in the 90s. And it's none other than Mr. or Misters, because there's more than one dude in the group, Drew Hill with the track called 5 Steps. That was Drew Hill with 5 Steps. And I don't know if any of you listeners are familiar with Drew Hill, but I know they released an album in 2010 called Independence Day. But it wasn't as big of a success as their previous albums, of course. Like back in the day, you had songs like In My Bed, Never Make a Promise, How Deep Is Your Love. Do you remember that track? That was in that soundtrack for that movie. How Deep? Not the How Deep Is Your Love, the slow track. I tried to do it, but y'all, my voice ain't the part. How deep is your love? And they go crazy up in that song, and he's all dancing and everything. And of course, everybody up in Korea knows Cisco's solo track, Incomplete. Yes, it's a great song. But if you don't know, y'all should check him out. Go on YouTube, go on some site. Try to educate yourselves with Drew Hill, because that's some true R&B right there. Alrighty, guys, you know what today is. Like I said, it's Poppin' Groove. So send in your R&B requests. Pretty simple. Message us, tweet us, or call the studio. We're live today, y'all. 02-778-1013. Calling us is actually recommended. So you can be on air, have a little chat, request your songs, and just say what's up to me and get to know me a little bit better. All right, guys? But for now, we're going to get to another song, and this next song is a request by Ebony, and it's by a very talented artist, somebody who I admire as a solo artist. She's got a beautiful voice, a little bit huskier, not the smooth, jazzy voices y'all love out there, but a little bit, what do you call it, for like a little raspy, and I feel like that really shows emotion in this lady's vocals as an artist. She sounds so emotional when she sings a song, and I just love her because she does CrossFit. There you go. I'm going to put it out there again and again and again. And I'm talking about Miss Alicia Keys with the song called Brand New Me. That was Alicia Keys with Brand New Me. And speaking of which, the requester was Ebony. And she wrote, thank you so much for playing my request. I'm one happy BFF. Have a great day and stay warm, everyone, at What's Poppin'. Well, thank you very much, Ebony. You're such a great supporter of our show, and you listen every day. You tune in every day, and you have nothing but love for us. So we got nothing but love for you. So if you do a tiny little thing like a request, of course we're going to play it for you. That's the least we could do for you. So hope you enjoyed that song. Great song. But right now, like I said, we're live in the studio. So when we're live, what do I emphasize? What do I urge y'all to do? I say call in. So right now, we have a caller. TBS efm, what's poppin'? Who am I speaking to?
Hi, Brian. This is Alice.
Alice, I know your voice. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, but especially I'm hiding in a restroom at my meeting place.
You're in a restroom right now?
Yeah, I'm in China for a business trip. I have a meeting till 8 p.m., but I tried to call, so I'm hiding myself in a restroom.
Okay, so if somebody walks into the restroom, you're going to get caught, aren't you?
But I locked the door.
Okay, good. So today we're talking about emotions. So my question to you is, what are some emotions, or what are some things that make you feel joy, happiness, and love?
Well, when I feel so loved, or calling from my close friends, or someone that I love, an email or a calling from that I love makes me feel very emotional.
Oh, so when you get a phone call, or maybe even a text message or an email from somebody you love, makes you feel happy. Okay, I can see that. I mean, I'm the same way, especially if you're having a rough day at work or something, and all of a sudden you get that special message from that special someone, and without any thought, you just smile, and it makes you feel so much better. All right, well, thank you so much for giving us your answer, and I hope you don't get caught in the bathroom cheating or chatting on the phone. But before we let you go, is there anything you want to say?
Well, can you wish me luck at the meeting at 2 p.m. This is a very important meeting.
Oh, sure. Of course, I wish you luck, and I hope your meeting goes well.
Thank you.
And I hope your trip in China is very, very bountiful, and good things come out of it. And I hope you get back safe and sound.
Thank you.
Alrighty. We're going to actually play one of your requests, and you said that you wanted to hear a Bruno Mars song, right?
Yeah, right.
Alrighty, well, we have a song for you. I dedicate this to you, even though you requested it. Because you know why? Because I would catch a grenade for ya. This is Bruno Mars with Grenade. Thank you, Alice. And I hope you have a wonderful meeting, alrighty?
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was so sweet. That was Alice. I know Alice because she lives here in Korea, but she's overseas in China right now on a work meeting. So let's all cross our fingers, all you listeners out there, and pray and hope that Alice's meeting goes well. And to do that, we're going to play her request, Bruno Mars, Grenade. That was the multi-talented Bruno Mars with Grenade, requested by Alice in China right now. Hopefully her meeting is going well. But we're going to go right into the next song, to try to play as many songs as possible. The request is by Yoko Nara. So we're going to play your request right now. This is a very talented artist himself as well. I just saw this dude in concert this past Saturday here in Seoul, and great artist, and he knew how to work the crowd. Big turnout, a sold out show, and such a nice down-to-earth gentleman. This is Jeff Burnett with Call You Mine, featuring Geologic of the Blue Scholars. That was Jeff Burnett featuring Geologic from the Blue Scholars with Call You Mine. What a great song. But you guys know, it's time to wrap things up, y'all. But keep in mind, today was R&B Day, so the last song we're going to play for you guys right now for Poppin' Grooves is another R&B group track, of course, that you guys are probably not familiar with. It's a group of 4 members. Among them, they had identical twins, Brandon and Brian, and through Jermaine Dupri, his record label, of course, and many of his productions, they began their mainstream recording career with songs like The Way That You Talk, I Gotta Be, and much more, y'all. So I'm going to drop it on y'all. For all y'all people who don't know Jagged Edge, that's the name of the group. That's going to be the last song we play for you guys right now for this hour. We want to thank you once again for tuning in to What's Poppin'. This is Let's Get Married. Now, see y'all tomorrow. Peace.